A few years ago, I started collecting with my son, and let me tell you, it is not the same hobby that it was for me. It's a very different experience for him. I won't lie, I get a little frustrated trying to chase all those numbered cards and autographs and shiny things. So I decided to go back to my roots in the junk wax era and rip some of those packs and go down memory lane just for me. So come along and join me. Let's look at some of those old cards and see what we dig up. A couple of years ago, while on vacation in Florida, my son and I visited a card shop down there on his birthday and picked up a few things. We saw a small box of Onyx vintage baseball cards, and the shop owner didn't really know much about them, other than it was a bunch of autographs from big prospects. Hoping to hit a Nolan Gorman or a Newt Barr, we landed on this Anthony Volpe. From what I gathered, he's pretty darn good, and he went as the Yankees' first-round pick in 2019. We packed the card away and waited for his big moment in the bigs. Well, that moment hasn't happened yet, but they're still printing cards of him as if he were a total star. We pulled this card from a 2022 Bowman Blaster last week. It is one of what Google tells me is one of his 130 cards. He's had no major league stats, but he's got that many cards. It's kind of crazy. So this is what I've struggled with since returning to the hobby, and one of the reasons why I've enjoyed this project. Today's hobby puts hype over heroes. What I mean by that is Anthony Volpe's cards are getting a pretty good penny compared to an actual Yankee in a historic home run chase. It seems like a little too much. This is not what was happening 30 years ago when I was a kid collecting baseball cards. So let's take a look at some cards from 1992 Topps and 2022 Topps Series 2. These Topps packs I got from a junk wax Facebook group I belong to. A very cool network of people in these groups to help you kind of get the things you need. And then I ordered these off eBay, my local card shop. These are $6 a pack. I can't hardly find them in my Walmarts or Targets. I got those off eBay for $3.50 a pack with no shipping. So that's sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right, to get the cards. We'll open 92 first. So you'll notice off the bat, this isn't a waxy pack. This is like a cellophane something or another, right? Those were really, really hard to get on. I was afraid I was going to damage the cards here. So I really had to kind of fight my way into them. But this is the 92 Topps. It's a really good looking card. I've always liked this design. I know they reprinted some of these, I think last year. But let's see who we got. Not terrible. We got Pops. Maybe we can find Junior. Like I said, good looking card. Ooh, and then we forgot there's contest cards in this. So these are really cool. Little scratch off. We'll come back to that. So really not much going on in that pack. Hey, let's scratch off this game piece and see what we won. Happen to have a handy quarter here. All right, let's scratch a prize off first. We know we probably can't win it, but it looks like some Topps Gold packs, so that's pretty cool. So the 92 Topps reports not having any errors, but they did have some blank backs. So you can probably find those blank back ones on eBay. So let's look at this 2002. Notice I rubbed the back of that. Check the sides, looking for maybe a security tag, right, fellas? Maybe something good's in there just because there's a security tag, but also just to see if it looks a little fatter than other packs. So let's look at this 22. We'll go through these. So one thing that guys will also do is they like kind of spread the cards out like that to see if there's anything special in the cards. I love seeing guys do this on those card breaks online, but we know we've got something back there. We'll get to it when we get to it. And we've got some good ball players, a cool Future Stars card. Nola. So not a bad look. So here's this gold card. I'm not familiar with this player, okay, but we know we've got something that's gold. And then these cards are pretty cool. I like these. I've got a bunch of these. Some really good photography. The best thing about new cards is just how great the cardboard is, how shiny it is. The game has been improved. Man, I'm a big Cardinals fan, so I'm digging this card really, really well. So Yachty and Wainwright, man, that's a dynamic duo. And Josh Bell to end the pack. And as you can see with this one, another struggle has ensued to get this plastic off of the wrapper or the pack, but here we go. Let's see what we end up with. Some creative photography, another game piece. Hey, Nolan Ryan, we know that name, right? He's a junk wax hero. We get to the end, we've got a Ruben CR All-Star RBI machine, right? So not much going on in that pack either. Okay, so here we go with our other 2022 pack. Whoop, we got to fill it up, make sure there's no security tag in there, right? We got just to make sure, get excited. So let's get this foil off of this one, see what we got. Hey, Matt Carpenter, I hate to see that he's injured already. Having a great year with the Yankees, was a great Cardinal. Very unfortunate. But hey, very cool photography. And that ever cool rookie card logo up there. Still like the rated rookie logo better. Sorry, Topps. It is what it is. But it's nice to see that in a pack. So Gavin Lux, we've got some good players. I don't remember these cards being flipped around so much, but you noticed it was happening in both the old packs and the new packs. So look, we got a little shiny in there, so we got something going. Cup cards, always like a cup card. Oh, Castle's a great player. Ooh, another cup card right next to it. 3 cup cards in a row. That's crazy. Oh, here's our shiny stuff. Looks like a Chicago Cubs team card. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but that's okay. None of these, another one of these insert stars. So those are pretty cool cards. Let's see who else we got in here. Again, nothing shiny. We tend to think nothing's going on here. Okay, so nothing major in that pack. All right, so what did we like out of these 2 packs? So first thing that stands out of those cup cards, I really dig that logo. That's that comforting thing, right? When you see that and the rated rookie, you know that you're still collecting cards and not that much has changed, right? Because we're still using the same stuff. So 2 great players there. Very cool in those cup cards. And we have inserts. Notice those 92 inserts aren't shiny. They aren't different colored parallels, right? And back in those days, the top and the Beckett, they really weren't worth a lot of money. But we're just happy to get 2 of our junk wax guys, right? We would consider stars. Okay, so let's take a look at this gold card that we pulled. So this is a big deal, right? So when we find these gold cards, we automatically will flip them over. Look, it is numbered 192 out of 2022. That's another one of those big draws, is get a numbered card. That's a big deal, right? So a numbered card with a gold parallel, it's got to be worth something. Not really. Check this guy on eBay. This card only goes for $1 or $2 here and there. My biggest takeaway is that the hobby seems to celebrate what is pulled over who is pulled. Anything that is not a base card is awesome and the rest get cast aside in a box. That is not totally unfair if you're worried about how valuable the card is. That is exactly what I get turned off by. People are buying up cards and emptying store shelves to find these big pulls and then selling them. Have you ever noticed that the odds of cards are put on the side of the hobby boxes? It's not because you're collecting, it's because you're gambling.
My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep
Card collecting when I was a kid 30 years ago was part of your love affair with the game of baseball. Now it's the repetitive practice of pull it, grade it, flip it on eBay, and repeat. We used to think that we would retire on our big hits, and collectors these days know better, so they turn them quickly for a profit. I still like to take these trips down memory lane and relive my childhood through the wildly available packs I can buy online. Junk wax is often easier to get than the new stuff where I live, so there's plenty of fun to be had for me. I'll still pick up the new stuff here and there, but if I have a choice, I'll take a box of 1987 Topps any day, because I can actually afford that these days. And as I sign off with very few viewers on this project, kind of like Sheldon Cooper on Fun with Flags.
Crikey, what flag do we have today? Australia, mate!
I know the right people were watching. Keep ripping that junk wax, my friends. Hey, thank you for watching what I call my Fun with Flag series.